I know you guys are just as excited as I am to get to today's video, but before we do that though, this section of the video is sponsored by Xness. Xness really just flexed on all of the brokers in the game recently. www.financemagnets.com put Xness as broker number 1 over all of its competitors, and when you look at their trading volume, it's not that hard to understand. For the month of October, Xness reached over $1 trillion in trading volume. What I find even more impressive is that they have had 234,559 active clients for the month of October, and that is quite huge. And for the third quarter of the year, July to September, they paid out over $470 million in client withdrawals. Please go and revert that to rand to see how much it is. Now when you're done, ask yourself, if Xness is out here dishing out money like this, why aren't you getting a piece of the pie? Find the link in my description and sign up for an account today. If you're using Cashfx as an investment vehicle and you have access to your funds, please take it out now, because I can only spell further trouble coming for them.
FBI, open up!
In today's video, I will be talking about Cashfx and what is happening there. And I know there's a whole lot of South Africans that is using Cashfx, because a whole lot of you have been trying to get me to use Cashfx as an investment vehicle, and I have just been saying no from the jump. Now, for those of you who do not know what Cashfx is a business quite similar to the way MTI used to run their things. And from where I'm standing, it is a flat out Ponzi scheme. Before I go any further, I would like to send a big shout out to Harry Page, number 1, and then also Rory Singh, because these are two great sources of information within this fight against Cashfx. Harry Page has been active on a Facebook group that has been exposing Cashfx for the longest of time, and he has just been really relentless in his fight towards this. Now, from what I've seen going on with Cashfx, these people, Harry Page included, have been fighting Cashfx for a long time. And one thing that I can say is that justice will eventually come, but obviously it's coming in slow portions. So the first thing that has been happening against Cashfx that I want to discuss, that I feel is really detrimental to them, is the fact that an authoritative body that is looking over the financial sector in Italy has blacked out their website. I'm gonna take you to the website now, and we are gonna read through the passage of it, and then we are gonna discuss this a little bit further. Now, before we get to the article, we are gonna talk about a consob, and I've written it down here, but in case you didn't know, and I didn't know either, so that's why I'm telling you guys, consob is an organization that is very much similar to the FSCA, except that consob is not scared to throw around their weight. Consob is the public authority responsible for regulating the Italian financial markets. Its activity is aimed at protecting the investing public. Very much similar to what we do over here on this channel. It's just that, like I said, they are not scared to throw around their weight. So let's look at how they actually threw around their weight. Consob ordered the blackout of 7 new websites that offer financial services, financial products illegally, 6 illegal financial intermediation websites, and 1 website through which an offer of financial products is carried out in the absence of a prospectus. The authority availed itself of the powers deriving from the growth decree relating to the blackout of the sites of abusive financial intermediaries, as well as of the power introduced by the law number 8 of 28 February 2020 with reference to the blackout of the site through which the abusive offer is carried out. So as you guys can see, this is a crackdown on abusive offers. Now, we haven't called it abusive offers per se, but this is what we would be speaking about a lot on our channel. Going further, it reads, below are the websites Consob has ordered to be blacked out, and when you look at number 1, 2, 3, number 3, you will find there is CFX, Cashfx Group. Now, what I would further like to draw to your attention is the little warning that Consob puts out, and I would like for you guys to not only pay attention to what I'm saying, but to heed the call. Consob draws investors' attention to the importance of adopting the greatest diligence in order to make informed investment choices. Adopting common sense behaviors essential to safeguarding their savings. These include, for websites that offer financial services, checking in advance that the operator with whom they are investing is authorized, and for offers of financial products that a prospectus has been published. Isn't this the very same thing that we have been fighting for on my channel, on this very channel? One thing that I have to say though is the prospectus thingy is new to me, and I will most definitely look into that because there's a whole lot of mentors and financial product sellers that is selling stuff without a financial prospectus. So I will most definitely take a look into that. But as you guys can hear, Consob even is telling its people to make sure that whoever they are investing with is authorized. Now, whenever I call for people's authorization, some calls me racist, some calls me an idiot, some calls me an hater. But at the end of the day, as you guys can see, this is really necessary, because is Cashfx authorized as a legal entity to operate its financial products the way it is offering them? I don't think so. No, they aren't. To be sure, they aren't, because they have been getting warnings. I think it's 32, 33 countries now that they've been getting warnings from. On the 9th of July 2021, that is when the South African public got warned by the FSCA to not deal with Cashfx. And I can bet you guys, even after I made the video about them, because I made the one video about them where it was just the FSCA warning, and then I made a previous one where I talked about investing pools like this that is a scam straight off. And I bet you even after that there was gullible people that went on investing in this. Now, one thing that I've seen that is really worrisome to me, that should be worrisome to a user of CFX or someone that's planning to use CFX as an investment vehicle, is the fact that Cashfx is 12 weeks behind on payouts. This is really astronomical. This isn't really strange though, because as of late, Bitcoin's price has been crashing, and it's schemes such as this that takes advantage of Bitcoin's price increasing to pay out people instead of trading their money like they are promising them. So with Bitcoin's price declining, you guys can most definitely be sure that these guys will delay payouts to whatever extent they have to make sure that the company or the facade, the scam, is still running, and so that people are waiting, because check, your money is already with them, you're gonna wait anyway. So, going to a post that I saw on a review that Rory Singh made, shout out to Rory Singh, you can see here that here's people on, I bet it's Cashfx's Facebook, where people are saying, there's one, now this is one thing that I just want to bring to you guys' attention. In the pursuit of getting the truth out there, right, there's always gonna be those that is gonna try and boost the company in the face of truth. So the first comment there by a specific Raiz Voda, you can see that this person commented, "Keep up the good work, most transparent and legacy company." Now, if you look at the reactions to that, right, there's 11 reactions. Most of it is obviously laughs. But at the end of the day, there's always gonna be those that's gonna be there. So I have made it a constitution to look over those, because there's one now. This is another thing coming back to what I've been challenged on, to look at the positive. As you guys can see on this thread, there's one positive, no? Now look at this. Tunde Adewumi commented, "Pay us our money." That's a negative, no? One positive, one negative. Michael Chouame commented, "Tears all over eyes of investors." That's another negative. Two negative, one positive. Rolly Hanst commented, "My F money." That's a third negative. Adrian Francisco commented something in his native language, probably, to which Rolly Hanst replied, "He owes us 12 weeks and counting." Another negative. Nathan Beagle commented, "Going on 3 months since I made a withdrawal. Where's my money?" Another negative. One positive. Do you guys see how hard it is to look for the positives within the whole spectrum of everything? Because 12 weeks of making people wait. Now, this is something that you guys must understand. When they paid out people, Cashfx was still in its inception. That is when they need to impress people. That is when they need to make these payouts so that they can garner the eye of the person that is not trained as well as we are. So now that they have the eye, boom, I got you. Our numbers grow, we push it out there, so now everyone is seeming like they are part of CFX, but in the meantime, they are being scammed into the FU. And the thing is, they also have a remuneration program like MTI, because on MTI, you got rebates for every person that you brought on board. It's the very same thing with Cashfx. The very, very same thing with Cashfx. Now, when things are going haywire for a company, you'd usually expect the CEO, the founder, the chairman, the big boss to be in office and to hit out flames wherever it's coming up, right? To come out and defend this company. And I wouldn't say defend per se, because if your company didn't do any bad, then you shouldn't defend it in any sense, but you should be there in office working on alternatives to get your clients paid. Not so? Do you know where the CEO is? Somewhere on a mountain where it's snowing. This is clearly him enjoying you guys' money, nah? Because for 12 weeks straight, you couldn't get your returns on your investment. But yeah, this man is so much sending greetings out of Europe, the highest point in Europe. Huh? And you still waiting for your money? You guys must open your eyes. Like, there's no way in 2022 that you guys should still get robbed by companies like this. It's a travesty. For my conclusion, I would just like to say, I told you so. I don't know how many times I must tell you guys that these investment vehicles where you invest in Bitcoin is a scam. I don't know how many times I have to warn you guys that your guys' money is only going to the top 1% in that companies. I don't know how many times the FSA must come out with public warnings, or other authoritative figures in other countries must come out with warnings against these companies before you guys must listen. But this needs to stop. This most definitely needs to stop. There's no way in 2022 that we should be investing in vehicles like this only for us to be waiting for our money, while you will find Oscar Lopez at the highest point in Europe while you dangling at the lowest point waiting for money. If you enjoyed today's video, please do smash the like button. Please do smash the share button so that people can also know about CFX and what is happening there, so that they can in future avoid these investment companies, man. They aren't even registered. Leave your comments in the comment section, because I'm really keen to hear what you guys have to say about this disingenuous company. They call it a legacy company, I call it a disingenuous company. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about it. And then also, last but not least, if you're new here, please do smash that subscribe button. It would be awesome to have you as a new subscriber. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.